Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be NXT News 105. There is a lot of news tonight because I would like to say that this is kind of a special episode of NXT. Like, it's just a normal show of NXT, but there is a lot of surprises on this NXT that happen just because that NXT is going up against AEW this week. Yes. If you didn't know, on last week's NXT News 104, I stated this NXT in particularly would be going up against AEW because AEW is having a special episode of Dynamite on Tuesday, which is today, which is also NXT. So NXT is going up against AEW because AEW is having a special episode on Tuesday for whatever reason. I don't know the exact reason why AEW is having an episode on Tuesday instead of Wednesday, but that's what I know. So, yes, there is a lot of news. So, the first thing, Cody Rhodes starts off NXT with his special announcement. Cody Rhodes announces after the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament, there will be a Men's Breakout Tournament. Cody Rhodes also announces there will be also a Dusty Rhodes Classic Tag Team Breakout Tournament. As well, Shawn Michaels has made it official. Cody Rhodes is the special general manager for tonight's NXT. Ilya Dragunov segment interrupted by Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio segment. Second thing, singles match. Special guest commentator Shotzi. Roxanne Perez versus Asuka. Winner of the singles match, Asuka. Third thing, Shotzi announces that she will once again host Halloween Havoc, this year's Halloween Havoc, with a special guest, and it will be Scarlett with her. Fourth thing, Kiana James tries to attack Roxanne Perez but fails when Roxanne Perez is saved by Shotzi. Shotzi takes out Kiana James. Fifth thing, Gallia's segment. Sixth thing, Tyler Bate and the Brawling Brutes segment. Seventh thing, it's a six-man tornado tag team pub rules match. Gallius versus Tyler Bate and the Brawling Brutes. Winners of the six-man tornado tag team pub rules match, Tyler Bate and the Brawling Brutes. Eighth thing, interview with Lana Valkyria, interrupted by Tegan Knox. Tegan Knox segment. Ninth thing, John Cena addresses the NXT Universe segment. John Cena segment, interrupted by Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker segment. Braun Breaker tries to attack John Cena, but it fails, and John Cena makes him retreat. 10th thing, Cody Rhodes and the Family segment. 11th thing, interview with Braun Breaker. 12th thing, singles match for the NXT Championship. Ilya Dragunov, the champion, versus Dominic Mysterio, winner of the singles match, and still the NXT champion, Ilya Dragunov. 13th thing, Dijak attacks Ilya Dragunov. 14th thing, John Cena and Carmelo Hayes segment. 15th thing, Jade Cargill arrives to NXT segment with Shawn Michaels. 16th thing, Baron Corbin and Cody Rhodes segment. 17th thing, Dominic Mysterio and Nathan Frazier segment. 18th thing, first round match in the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament, Lola Vice versus Danny Palmer. Winner of the singles match and the first round match in the NXT Breakout Tournament, Lola Vice. So that already eliminates one of my favorites, which would be Danny Palmer. So only four of my favorites are left. Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Ariana Grace, and Jakara Jackson. It's gonna come down to like two in the end. So the next match is going to be between Ariana Grace and Jakara Jackson. Whoever wins that match would be the next one to be eliminated. It's either going to be Jakara Jackson or Ariana Grace, which, remember, like I said, Ariana Grace is the daughter of Santino Marella, a former WWE wrestler, and she was also in last year's NXT Breakouts tournament, but she got injured, so they decided to put her in this year's NXT Women's Breakout Tournament because she got injured and was out of last year's NXT Breakout Tournament, which was really good, and hopefully my picks do well. 19th thing, Chase U segment with Thea Hale and JC Jane. 21st segment, Brian Pillman Jr. vignette segment. Yeah, Brian Pillman Jr. has been signed to NXT for a while. They just started recently doing vignettes for him, and tonight they had the first promo / segment for him where basically Brian Pillman Jr. describes that, he's the shadow of his father, Brian Pillman, and Brian Pillman was a trailblazer in the WWE Universe before he sadly died at the young age of a heart attack in 1997. And basically, Brian Pillman Jr. is he's mad because he's getting overshadowed by his dad's legacy. And he also says that he doesn't want to have the last name of his father, and he wants to have the last name of the true father that raised him. His last name is King. So I'm not really too sure what direction they're really going with Brian Pillman Jr. Hopefully they do not change his name. I like the name Brian Pillman Jr. and it's gonna give him some push in WWE, but if they want to change their name, they're gonna change his name, because if you don't know, WWE, whenever a new wrestler comes in the company, they typically change their name. Except if it's like a really big name like Cody Rhodes, they didn't change his name when he came back. Or like Jade Cargill, who came over from AEW, they're not going to change her name. So, yeah. So, I'm not too sure what they're going to do with Brian Pillman Jr. Hopefully they don't change his name, but I can't wait to see what they're going to do with his character. 22nd thing, Kiana James and Asuka segment. 23rd thing, Blair Davenport and Asuka segment. 24th thing, Tiffany Stratton and Asuka segment. 23rd thing, this is basically what's happening next week on NXT. So there will be a triple threat match. Winner will face Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Championship at Halloween Havoc. Dijak versus Baron Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes. Bada Bing Bada Boom Tag Team Battle Royal. Winners will face the family for the NXT Tag Team Championships at Halloween Havoc. Singles match, Lana Valkyria versus Tegan Nox. And the 26th thing, Braun Breaker versus Carmel Hayes. Braun Breaker with Paul Heyman and Carmel Hayes with John Cena. Winner of the singles match, Carmel Hayes. 27th thing, Braun Breaker attacks Carmel Hayes. Braun Breaker segment interrupted by the American Badass, The Undertaker. The American Badass, The Undertaker segment, and the American Badass, The Undertaker takes out Braun Breaker. And that is pretty much all the news for NXT News 105. Like I said, there is a lot of news tonight just based on the fact that NXT is going up against AEW in their special episode of Dynamite. Like I said, this NXT is really special because there's a lot of names on NXT that you would never expect being on NXT, like John Cena, The Undertaker, those names, you never thought to see them on NXT. So this is kind of a special episode of NXT just because NXT is going up against AEW in their special episode because they're having an episode of Dynamite on Tuesday. So this is really special for NXT. A lot of big names. Because the whole point of this show, NXT wants to smash AEW in the ratings and beat them in the 18 to 49 demographic, which I am in the 18 to 49 demographic. So I'm helping NXT, but I'm also going to be watching AEW right after, which I don't really do news videos for AEW because, well, I've been a WWE fan my whole life, so, I've done a couple special news videos for AEW, like when CM Punk returned, and a couple other things, but that's about it. So, I've dragged this video on long enough. That's NXT News 105. And if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, period.